Hello everyone, hello Flosstube specifically. Welcome here or welcome back. I am Robin, this is Crossroads Stitching, your weekly-ish dose of cross-stitch and weirdness. Heavy on the weirdness. I have probably a very short video for you again this week. I have written nothing down in my itinerary or my little notes list that keeps me on track, so prepare for this to go completely off the rails. There's your warning right now. Completely off the rails. Where are we at? Today is the 27th of May. This is my 19th Flosstube. It should have been my 20th Flosstube, except that the one I filmed last week I forgot to upload because I always get really self-conscious. Like, I can record these things, no problem. When it comes to uploading them, I just get super paranoid and really self-critical, and it is my own... I am my own worst critic, and I know it. So what are we going to discuss this week? StitchCon is getting dangerously close. Literally this time next month, I will be back from StitchCon. I am Weekend B. If I haven't said that before, I am Weekend B. So I'm going to be at Weekend B, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I've got the hotel booked. I've got the flight booked. I've got all the things booked. I am flying Delta. I am flying the Wednesday before, flying up to Detroit because one of my good friends, Ash, lives up that way. We're going to get together. They're going to pick me up from the airport, hang out at their place that night, potentially assemble my surprises for the rest of the cross-stitch chat group. And then the next morning we'll be leaving fairly early, especially for us. Grabbing Timmy's, aka Tim Hortons, and planning to be to the convention center by noonish, roughly. And I think I saw the itinerary in cross stitch chat. We're gonna get there by like noon 1, stitch a little bit. We're probably going to leave about 4 or 5 so that we can get dinner before the big opening ceremony, because we waited until after the opening ceremony last year, and we wound up having to eat at Waffle House, and most of us are still pissed off about that. I can still set everybody in StitchCon chat, because we have our own little chat channel in the cross-stitch Discord. I can still set literally everybody off in that chat by mentioning Waffle House. That's all I have to do. Just mention Waffle House. Let's go over what happened. So first of all, the Waffle House closest to the hotel that we were staying at last year, which was the La Quinta, was not open. They were only open for takeout, and we all wanted to sit down and eat. Fine. Nessa actually lives in Cincinnati. She knows where they all are. We head over to the other Waffle House. We do what we do. We get there. Let's see. They don't have ranch. Not having ranch in the Midwest is a crime. Not having ranch in the Midwest at a Waffle House is an even bigger crime, as far as I'm concerned. So they were just super crime bags. I mean, yes, we could have used ketchup, but ranch is the superior potato dipping topping. This is a hill I will die on. For not being from the Midwest, I have some very Midwest opinions. Although I was just joking with my long-distance partner earlier today about the fact that he eats dinner at like 5:30 in the afternoon, and I'm like, why? But why, though? So that's super fun. But no, so there was no ranch at the Waffle House. Nessa has a general hatred of Waffle House because, like, you go to IHOP and there's, like, 45 different types of pancakes. You go to Waffle House, you get one type of waffle. And if they'll put chocolate chips in it, it's a bonus. Not a guarantee. Not a guarantee. Have no idea why I start yawning every time I turn this camera on. No clue. Alright. So, StitchCon is fast approaching. I am still attempting to work on my small, even though I do not know, and that's about all we're going to see. You can't really quite tell the shape yet. You can kind of tell. But it's going to be a cute little thing. I am still working on it. I have a whole plan for how I want to finish this small. And I want to put like this, and then this, and then I'm going to use a reusable gift bag. Like you would have like a wine bag kind of thing. It's not going to be a bottle of wine, I swear to God. But so, reusable gift bag, because, I mean, who doesn't want a reusable gift bag? Like, you can use this in that, and I'm not subjecting anyone to my wrapping skills. I've probably said that before, and I will continue to say that. No one deserves to have a present wrapped by me. No one deserves that. So, I'm going to try and get a reusable gift bag. I probably should start ordering stuff off of Etsy, but I really, really need to get my hands on what I'm planning on finishing the small with, to see if half of my ideas are going to work. To see if half of my cracked ass ideas are going to work. So I have no idea how that's going to go. I may not have a small for the smalls exchange. That will actually make me sad, because I have kind of been looking forward to doing that this year. But I mean, like, obviously, if I can't get it finished, or I can't do it the way I want to do it, then I'm just not going to do it. I'm also supposed to be doing surprises for, like, everybody in the cross stitch chat Discord, the ones of us that are all getting together with a table. I have no idea how I'm going to pull that off either. Because, like, some of them are doing, like, super big surprises. Big surprises. And I'm just over here going, I have no applicable skills. I can't sew. I can't do chainmail. I can't figure out how to make a scissor fob to save my life. I do not have the fine motor skills that it requires to do, because that's just jewelry making, and I know that, but I don't have those kind of fine motor skills. One of these days you will get me where I'm not yawning like crazy. No idea what day that's going to be. So, that's the only thing that I've really been working on. I haven't really pulled out any of my other pieces to work on. I have found pieces for what is eventually going to be my craft corner. So I have to take part of the basement. There's a finished room inside the basement. The basement as a whole is partially finished, but there's this one singular finished room that I believe, like, Anthony's sister used when she was in college, or home from college, and, like, he had it as a gaming room at some point in time. It's just been all sorts of stuff. But there's a small desk in there that I can put 2 monitors on, put my laptop on, and be able to work from home down there. And the reason that that is becoming more apparent, becoming a more apparent need, is that I got more tasks added onto my job at work. Well, that will require having 2 monitors so that I can look at 2 things at the same time. Whereas typically when I work from home, it's just me with my little laptop. Is it a pain in the ass? Yes, because I have 3 screens when I'm at work. I have my laptop screen and I have 2 screens up here. And I use them all. But, so because of the new stuff that they have added to my job, I have to get that set up. So that's probably going to be Sunday and Monday's thing. Little project around the house. But I'm going to set up like a little craft corner down there. Now, obviously, I'm not going to craft in there all the time, but I'm going to try and move the majority of my craft supplies down there. And then I'll just have like one small bin or basket that I keep up here with the more frequent rotation of stuff. I have found a use for the little fabric flamingo bin. It is currently holding my whip, my glasses, apparently floss for a different project, scissors, and some random fabric. Not even asking anymore. I'm not even asking. But so I have found these 2 file boxes, and they're like cloth or linen. I've thought about getting the fireproof ones, but I don't think that's really necessary. But what I'm going to do is, and obviously the way I'm planning on doing this is not fantastic, but it's okay. So to keep your fabric stored well enough for to pass down and for archival, like, you know, if you're fully doing a full archival like fabric or something storage, you either want it laid flat or you want it rolled, no creases. I don't have that kind of space. I'm aware that I don't have that kind of space. So what I'm planning on doing is, instead of keeping them all folded up in little bags like this, what I'm going to try and do is get a file size box with the little rails and the little folders, and just put these in between in the folders. I don't know if I'm going to arrange them by color or by letter or whatever, but I'm going to get a second one of those boxes, and I'm going to turn that second box into my pattern box, and just start, you know, putting patterns in folders, because Lord knows I have almost killed this accordion file. And I've seen some people keep their projects in an accordion file. So the accordion file might get used up here to keep, like, you know, 2 or 3 whips that are on hand. But so I found the 2 boxes that I want to use, and I've been trying to figure out what I can do for floss storage, because I don't have a ton of space down there, and I'm pretty much really only going to have like a little corner. I'm going to start off with my computer chair, and I might eventually get a different chair for if I want to craft down there or film down there, which I may wind up doing. I may wind up putting some stuff up on a wall and starting to film down there, just because... one, you'll have a different backdrop than this crap, and 2, I'll at least have all of my crafty stuff right next to me. The blanket will probably go down there. This has been in almost all of my videos, and it is made for me by my mother. She got super big into crochet when I was an adult. She knitted previously. And she got super big into crochet when I was an adult, and so she's like, I'm going to make you your own blanket. And because she'd been making blankets for all the family friends that were having babies and stuff like that, she's like, I'm going to make you your own blanket. I'm like, okay. So she chose like 3 or 4 different purples, and it's ripple style Afghan. And she kept crocheting it until it was roughly the same size as me, or that would fit on a full-size bed. So that will probably be in the background somewhere. That's pretty much all I know. I don't also want to get too crazy with building out that craft room, because I'm not going to be in this house for the rest of my life. This is Anthony, my partner's, my live-in partner's parents' house. They live downstairs, we live upstairs, and then I'm going to be kidnapping the finished basement. And so I don't plan on living here forever. At some point, we're going to have to move, and the less that I have to move, the better off I'm going to be. We already have this massive couch, this gorgeous bed, all the computers, all the books. That is what I dread the most about moving, is having to move all of our books. That is the ice cream truck, and I might power walk for that guy. Not right now, though. So that's the only thing I've really been stitching on, and I am working on kind of building up this little craft room down in the basement. When it's finished, I will obviously give you guys a tour, because I will finally have an official craft room. But back to what I was saying, is I'm not going to have a lot of space, so I can't do like the DMC hardwood antique floss storage with all of that. But I also don't always want to keep my stuff on bobbins. Like, the stuff I've already got on bobbins, that's fine. It can stay on bobbins. It can live on bobbins. But I want to start kind of building up a little bit of a back stock, so that, like, if I want to just go and start a new pattern, I have more than a sandwich-sized baggie full of DMC floss. And I want to start getting, you know, more like the classic colorworks and stuff like that. So I'm looking for floss storage ideas that I could still store them on the skein or skein. I am a skein person. Let me know if you are skein or skeen in the comments. because there are two very different ways to pronounce it, apparently. And so I'm looking for ways to store the floss, the DMC floss, on the skein. Now I've started questioning how I say everything. If you have ideas for that, definitely let me know too. Other than that, work has been absolutely crazy. Thursday, I literally had 15 minutes to myself. Maybe. Between troubleshooting calls, checking in on my tickets, making sure that nobody responded when I didn't know that they responded. So, like, if they responded to me with a time, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I can make that work. Or if they said, hey, no, this is my address, okay, cool, I'll get that mouse shipped out to you. That kind of thing. So between all of my ticket stuff and all of the meetings that I had scheduled for the day, which were like the IT all hands, the CEO broadcast. Guarantee you I fell asleep during the CEO broadcast. Guarantee you I did. Because it is long, it is boring, and it is talking about nothing that affects me or my job. We work for a great company. The company is doing amazing things in healthcare and for taking care of people who are normally not well taken care of. And I love what we do. But none of that affects me and how I do my job. Because I'm still going to do the same job that I did no matter what. So that's pretty much all I've been doing, is stitching on that occasionally. I still have not figured out what projects I'm bringing to StitchCon. I have not figured out what project I'm going to start at StitchCon, nor have I found palmistry. So, like, building out the little home office may be this week's project, but next week's project may be going through all the doom boxes I have up here to find the goddamn timeout bag, so that I can find palmistry and put some more work on it so that I can actually finish this thing at StitchCon, since that was supposed to be my finish last year. I have nothing else that is even remotely close to being finished. Nothing. Zero, zip, nada. I'm still looking for a pride pattern that's fairly small that I can actually pull off. That I can do with like a variegated floss, because I have a variegated floss problem. But I also more specifically have Taste the Rainbow, this one's called Jealousy, but it's almost the By Pride flag. This is the By Pride flag. I'm pretty sure I have Ace around here somewhere too, and this is yet another rainbow floss. I think I have Ace. I wish that I had gotten more from the Pride collection when Live and Die LA did theirs last year. I couldn't get all the ones that I wanted. Made me kind of sad. But yeah, so I have plenty of Pride floss. Hell, I have plenty of Pride fabric. If I ever decide to show you guys my fabric stash, we're going to be here for like 3 hours. But what I might do is I might, I'm still looking for a pattern for that, something quick and easy that'll, you know, maybe stitch up in a couple of weeks. There it is. That's the one I was looking for. It's the non-binary flag. So, I have two rainbows, one proper buy, and one accidental almost buy, and then non-binary. So, something short, small, and gay shouldn't be that hard to find. And yet here I am on the struggle bus with it. So, I have a problem. This isn't even all of them. I know there's more somewhere else. I know there's another bag. I just don't know where it is. But again, this is something that I would like to fix when I get like a little craft corner set up, is a way to hang all of this or sort all of this or organize all of this so that it's not just a bag of, oh sweet Jesus, what is that? Like, that is chaos. And normally I'm okay with that. But, so, I plan on hanging my fabric so that it's only like maybe folded once, if that. Probably at least folded once, but I'm going to try and see what I can do. Alternatively, I could try and lay them flat in the file folder box, but I don't know if that would work. I do have a really big wide box downstairs. I just don't know how much fabric I can actually cram into the thing. And then the better question would be, how would I organize that? But I have ideas, I have options. That is pretty much what is going on over today and tomorrow. I may do a little short when I get some of the pieces that I've got in, and then obviously when I get the whole thing put together, I will let everyone know, and we'll do a little craft room tour. And by craft room, I mean little craft corner. Like I said, I'm not trying to get a big space. Eventually, when we get into a new house, a house that is all ours, and we're not sharing it with, you know, other families. I would say other people, but no, we're planning on sharing it with other people. We have people that we would love to just, you know, get a big house and live with. That's fine. But part of my goal for that was for everybody to have their own bedroom, and my bedroom would double as my craft room. Whether I ever sleep in there or not, that's not the point. It would have my little, like, gaming computer or whatever set up in one corner, and my crafts set up in another corner, and all my spiritual shit set up in a third corner, and then maybe one corner for my bed. But that bedroom has to have a walk-in closet. That's the deal. I have to have a closet. Preferably walk-in. Doesn't need to be big. Just needs to be walk-in. And this is what you get when you live in a house that is built in like the late 1800s, early 1900s, and has one closet in the entire upstairs, and it's not in the bedroom that we sleep in. Fantastic. So that's what's been going on in my world. I have not stitched very much. I really want the stitchy bug to bite me again. I'm hoping that maybe with StitchCon right around the corner, I would like to have something to show off. I'm not betting on it. I'm not betting on it. I would love to take at least, you know, a couple things that I could put on the finish table. And then have, you know, 2 projects that I'm planning on finishing. And then have a project to start and a couple projects to work on. So those are what my plans are. But I don't know how many people know about this one. But I believe it was said by someone in the Flash TV series. It's there's only 4 things you need to know about a plan: make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan. I'm pretty sure we're in plan is going off the rails. I haven't thrown it away yet. that is the quick down and dirty update. I am still waiting on a crap ton of mail. I got so much stuff coming in from Live and Die LA, it's not funny. And Joann's is having a sale on floss. It's going to be down to about 50 cents. So there's a good chance that I may take the list that I have for like the 7 projects that I was trying to kit up and actually go buy all the floss for that. So we're going to see how that goes. But I also need to put in an Amazon order. Floss is probably going to win. Floss and fabric probably going to win on that one. I hope you all have a great week. I wish you all happy stitching. May the frog never find you. I will try and keep him here in the house by the furnace. I'll talk to y'all soon.